Hi everybody, welcome back to Fountain Pen Deluxe. I just received a very exciting delivery from Louise Carmen. I haven't seen these notebooks talked about very often online, so I thought I would take this opportunity to share this really special addition to my collection and talk about how the process went. So in short, I had a video call scheduled to order a notebook cover, and Louise Carmen just opened their second location in Paris, and they started to offer a few new options for their notebook covers as well as a new jewelry line. If I'm being totally candid, I got a little bit too excited, and this is a pretty extravagant purchase. With all that being said, let's just get into it. You can see here we've got two different sizes. We'll start with the large one. This is, I think, one of Louise Carmen's older bag prints. This is a new one. It has this untreated leather on the front. I really wish now that I would have gotten the same size for the larger one. I just think that this is so simple and chic. I love it. But I think this one does match my notebook cover, so it's okay. Let's see what is in here. It is the Honore in the dripping style. Louise Carmen offers a dripping notebook cover. Previously, it was only available on the Whiskey leather in the Roadbook, but this is Whiskey leather in the Honore. So you've got the two eyelets that hold two bands. My understanding is that when you have a video call and you place an order for a dripping notebook, you can pick your paint colors and talk about your vision for your notebook. But they had this one already prepared. And because it was the Honore and I don't have a Whiskey, and I was interested in getting an Honore anyway, I decided to sort of go for it. What pushed it over the edge is the fact that there's so much pink on it. So we have some fluorescent pink and some light pink. And if I open it up, you can see all of the dripping all over it. On the front, I had embossed "Just a Perfect Day," which is a reference to my first dance song at my wedding. And I decided to do this in green embossing to match some of the paint drips. And the person that I worked with, the Louise Carmen associate, was so helpful. I had a great time working with him to come up with the placement and the color. Unfortunately, this isn't the exact placement we discussed. It was supposed to be more on the edge and facing this way. I'm not really sure what was lost in translation. I think because I ended up ordering two notebook covers, we took more than the allotted video call time, and he may not have been the associate that ended up putting this together when it came to the customizations. So it's a little bit disappointing. I feel like maybe it's not centered the way that I wanted it to be. And I did send Louise Carmen a note to suggest that perhaps they could come up with a better process for documenting embossing requests, because I feel like this happens a lot. The embossing is not exactly where you asked for it to be. I don't know, what do you think? It feels sort of weird there, but I'm sure I'll grow to love it. This is, again, the Honore, so it came with two notebooks, and I picked up the lined notebooks this time. And of course it has the pocket in the back with the pen loop. I think one cool thing about the dripping is that it already feels sort of broken in and lived in. So I feel like I'll be less apt to baby it, and it's just something that I'll reach for and use right away. It already has a few little scuffs on it because it was on the floor, and I think people were looking at it and handling it before I purchased it. You can see some of the leather grain right there. Anyway, I think that it's fun, and I'm happy to add it to my collection. On the front, it has a pink cord to match the pink drip. And this is a new charm that Louise Carmen began offering in their Bali collection. It has pink pearls on the side and some type of shell in the middle. And I thought that it was really beautiful. I don't know if I'll keep it on this notebook, but yeah, it's just kind of fun. So that is the Honore dripping, and the dripping is a $60 additional charge to whatever you're ordering. So if it's an Honore, add around $60. If it's a different size, now that they offer that, add $60. I'm not sure if they're offering dripping on video calls on different sizes, but I think that is kind of coming down the pike. Next up, this is probably my favorite one. I probably could have just gone with this one, but here we go. It is the Pocket in Saffron, again, dripping. I've always wanted a saffron piece from Louise Carmen. It patinas in such a cool way. It gets super dark and looks totally different over time. So I'm excited to see how that changes. It came with a blue cord to match the blue, and then I chose this Kyanite front Gris Gris that has gold edging. So I think that's pretty fun. I had 1331 embossed in blue on the front corner, which is a special number to me. I did choose some side Gris Gris, so we have an M for my first initial and a 1. And then on the inside, I had some additional embossing done. These are the initials of my family, my immediate family. And again, the embossing was not put where we discussed. It was supposed to be up here, but you can see here that it actually was embossed over some of the drips. So kind of a second mistake with the embossing, which is disappointing. Just when you pay this much for an item, you really expect it to be exactly the way that you discussed. And I really don't know why it wasn't done that way. But yeah, there it is in the saffron. So pretty. I'm going to be changing these side charms a little bit because they're not as substantial as I expected them to be. So I don't know, I need something here, but I thought that the circle matched the drips. I thought that was kind of fun. And this again is the pocket size. So it has 2 card holders and a pocket in the back, and then a pocket in the front with the French flag. So that is my dripping pocket in saffron. And again, this is a new option that they're offering with the different leather option, apart from whiskey, and the different notebook option. I'm just gonna look in here really quickly to see where the flag is on the Honore, because I've seen some videos where, yeah, on my Honore, my flag is right here on my first Honore, but on this one, it's on the inside. So that's kind of interesting. So those are my 2 new Louise Carmen notebooks. I also took the opportunity to order one Gris Gris that I had my eye on. You can't order Gris Gris without a notebook, so I just added this. And it's just this simple jewelry Gris Gris with some inlaid crystals or something like that. I thought that this is just something simple that would look good on any notebook. So I ordered that, and that is it for my Louise Carmen order. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. These are my 2 editions, and I'm going to get started using them right away. That's it. I hope that everybody's having a great week and has a great Thanksgiving, and I will talk to everybody again soon. Bye.